Welcome to Alert Tales, where we dive deep into the most gripping stories of real-life experiences. If you love tales that evoke emotion, spark conversation, and connect us all, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community for more captivating stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat.
My boyfriend got arrested. So, about a month ago, my boyfriend of 2 years went missing on a random Tuesday. For about 3 days, I tried texting, calling, all you could think of, and the messages wouldn't go through and calls would go straight to voicemail. So at this point, I'm just worried and confused, as were his friends. 3 days later, he pops up at my house and he just bursts into tears. So of course, I just immediately go to console him. He then proceeds to tell me he messed up bad and that he got arrested. And for reference, he's only 21 and has had zero criminal history and zero record of any bad behavior. So I'm just at a loss and even more confused at this point in time. Just as I thought things couldn't get any worse, he tells me he got arrested for possession of CP. His story was he was at a friend's house and he left his phone sitting out, and his friend's child picked up his phone and clicked into the CP content, which, come on, I didn't believe that. So a few days later I decided to request the incident report, and lo and behold, he lied. And what had actually happened, according to the police report, was that he met a person on a meetup app, which this person quickly disclosed they were 15, which led to a meetup. But it turned out to be some catch-a-predator type stuff basically, and police were called, he was arrested, and CP was found on his phone. We had been together for 2 years, and he was my first boyfriend, and I'm just currently trying to cope with this absolute train wreck all while working and being in college. It's been a dumpster fire, but thanks for reading. I'm no longer in contact with him after this incident. I would never condone or support someone like this.
My husband asked me to open our marriage because there's a girl he likes, and my world is crumbling down. My husband and I have been married for about 8 years. I always thought we had a great relationship. Obviously not perfect, but we have had great communication, and he has always been supportive of my hobbies and career decisions. We have had hiccups along the way, but I feel like we always got through it. I actually read things like this every day, and I never thought I'd be writing one. But I'm at a loss. I'm so confused, and I don't know what to do.
A few weeks ago, I came to her, extremely upset. She asked me what was going on, and I didn't want to tell her at first, but she insisted. She was concerned for me as I didn't seem like myself. Honestly, she noticed something had been off with me for a few months now. I've been coming home late, and when I was home, I'd usually be on my phone. I then proceeded to say that I thought I was poly.
A little backstory. Some years ago, I came out of the closet to him. I figured out that I was pansexual, and he was the first person I told. He wasn't as supportive as I could have wished, but he was there for me to talk. He asked me if I wanted to explore. I said no. That's not why I was telling him. I was having a really hard time and just wanted to figure myself out. I never wanted to explore. I just happened to figure out that I wasn't only attracted to men. It's been a crazy journey for me, but I'm at a better place in terms of accepting my sexuality. Anyway, he says that he thinks he is poly. Just like that. My gut instinct tells me something is wrong, so I ask him, who?
I go on to say that I can't control it, I can't help it.
I ask him again, who? And he comes clean about a coworker that he has developed feelings for. He claims nothing has happened between them other than flirting here and there, and him letting her know he thinks she's attractive. But besides that, he says nothing has happened. He says they have a connection, and it's been eating him alive. My whole world came crashing down. At that moment, I felt like he was asking for permission to cheat. He brings up how bad he felt and how terrible it was when I came out to him. I felt that he was comparing the situations and that he always expected me to ask him to let me explore, which I felt I'd made clear so many times. I was angry with him whenever he would send me thirst traps of women, and eventually he stopped sending those, but there were jokes here and there since. I don't want to have a polyamorous relationship. To be honest, I humored the idea for a bit, but then I realized I can't. When I thought about what would happen between them, I went a little bat crazy, and I will admit, it was probably not the right thing to do. But I did look her up and found out a lot of details on her with just the little information he gave me of her. He was mad at me when I told him I did that. I asked to see their messages because I was angry that it had been happening before he came to me. He said he had deleted them, and even if he did have them, he wouldn't show them to me because it was an invasion of privacy. We've talked 3 more times since this happened, and every time it gets worse. In the most recent conversation, he asked for a hall pass. When I said no, he proceeded to ask for a break. I said fine, but our relationship may not survive after that. Now he won't talk to me. He keeps saying if he talks, he'll make things worse. I don't know what to do. I told him if he wanted to save our relationship, then he needed to cut his relationship with the girl. Keep it 100% work-only type of relationship. He said he couldn't do that. I asked him if he couldn't talk to her just about work, and he said no, because he can't help how he feels. I don't know what to do. Should I think or consider being poly? I want to try to save our relationship, but I don't know if that's healthy anymore. I don't like the idea of him having a girlfriend. It hurts so bad to even consider it. But it feels like he'll move forward with that whether I give him permission or not. I don't even know why I'm posting this. I don't want to talk to anyone in real life about this because I know everyone will be mad at him. TLTR. My husband asked me to open up the marriage because he has feelings for a girl at work. He says he thinks he's poly, and says he can't keep the relationship with the girl just work-related.
My mom told me to get a hysterectomy because I don't want kids. Pretty much the title is the TLDR. Last week, I went to the doctor because I was having pain, and it turned out it was something related to my ovaries. I stupidly told this to my mom. She then started questioning whether I was having kids or not, and I brushed it off with jokes about her already being a grandma to my cats and dogs and stuff like that, acting silly to avoid getting into an argument. She started being pushy, demanding to know if me and my husband had made a decision. I told her with a bit more serious tone that I was feeling uncomfortable talking about it, and to please stop. My sister was listening to everything, and she also told her to stop. To this point in the conversation, I didn't say whether I am planning to have kids or not, just that I don't want to discuss my decision with her because it only concerns my husband and me. But the more she is not in control, the more she tries to get it and impose herself. Anyway, it evolved to a heated argument the moment she told me that it is not only my decision whether to have kids or not. My husband also has a say on that, and she also has the right to know. And if I don't make a decision soon, my body might not be able to have kids later, and I will regret it. Again, I hadn't said anything definitive, so she kept going with, I will respect whatever your decision is, even if you don't want them. I'm only worried that you haven't decided yet, and all I'm doing is giving my opinion because it is my right as your mother to advise you on important things like this. I told her that she was pushing the boundaries so far and to please stop. She didn't, and I snapped. Told her that I don't want kids, and we don't need to have this conversation anymore since I don't need her advice. After that, she demanded to then book with the OBGYN to get a hysterectomy since I made up my mind to this, because she won't have her daughter dying of cancer for not having kids, and she needs to protect me from myself even. I finished the conversation there and hung up the phone. Reality is, I've been struggling with fertility, and I haven't told her or anyone, only me and my husband know this. And the main reason is because I don't want her to be a burden on this journey.